I'm Kate. I'm the Adult General Supervisor here at St. Francis Yale Campus Operating Rooms. We have patients that come in through pre-op admissions, and they have elective surgeries that they're planning for. We also have emergency surgeries that come in through the ER or down from the inpatient floors that kind of just happen. You know, emergencies wait for no one, and we take them as they come. St. Francis is one of the largest hospitals in the state. They were voted the best hospital in Oklahoma by U.S. News and World Report. And we have a pending level 1 trauma designation, which is also very exciting. We're pretty excited about that. Basically just means that we're prepared for whatever comes through our doors. We're really good at what we do. We're super prepared, and we can handle all types of emergencies. A facility this size and this scope requires very precise teamwork. Tensions can get really high, especially in emergency situations, and people can start yelling and, acting maybe what people might consider aggressive. But if a patient's life is on the line, we got to do what we got to do to get them taken care of. And sometimes that looks like yelling and running, but teamwork is one of the core values here, really in any operating room, but especially in somewhere that's about to be a level 1 trauma center. We have to have teamwork because otherwise the whole thing falls apart. It's a pretty structured job overall, but like I said, emergencies come in and you just have to go with it and be very quick on your feet. I liken nurse circulating to waiting tables, especially in the structured, scheduled surgeries. You have to look at the field and look at the surgery and anticipate what the surgeon might need next, and just kind of look ahead and be prepared for the rest of your day.
My name's Savannah. I am a certified surgical technician here at St. Francis. A certified surgical technician, also known as CST, a scrub tech, a surge tech. We are like the right-hand man of the surgeon. So we have got to be there, and we've got to know what he needs. We've got to be able to anticipate what his next move is. We have to keep everything sterile in a sterile manner and everything ready to go for the patient. So we're very crucial to the OR. It was definitely challenging at first because here at St. Francis we have so many specialties, but after I kind of got the hang of things, it was very easy to kind of settle in, start getting to know people, what my roles were, and how to do this job efficiently. You have to be able to handle stress and be able to handle it under a lot of pressure. Especially when a big trauma comes in, you've got to be able to think quickly, move quickly. You don't have time to sit around and think about, should I do this, you've got to get up and you've got to go and you've got to make decisions, and you've got to be able to just be ready and very adaptable at any second.
Hi, I'm Bianca Urbina, and I'm a CST, which is a certified surgical technologist. I've worked for St. Francis for 2.5 years. I was originally at our main campus. I moved over to St. Francis South. It's a smaller facility, but we still handle a lot of different surgical specialties. We're under construction, and we'll have a total of 14 ORs after our expansion. Currently, right now, we have 4 ORs, and 2 of those are robotic specialty ORs. There's pros for our doctors. They can see better, and if they can visualize better, that means they can treat better. But it's better for our patients. It's minimally invasive. It's a lot better than laparoscopic surgery, and the heal and the recovery time is a lot less, and that puts them at less of a risk for future surgeries versus other specialties like laparoscopic surgeries and stuff that damage the human body. So this is just overall way better for our patients. You grow really close-knit to the people that you work with. I mean, you really have to be a team. There's no room for drama. There's no room for any sort of conflict because this is a patient on the table and their life is on the line. So honestly, just seeing all the patients get to recover quickly, and every single surgery that you do is to help a patient. So it's really rewarding.
My name is Talby Pyle, and I am a registered nurse. I work in surgery as a circulating nurse. My biggest job is being the patient's advocate while they are asleep. Obviously they're sleeping, so they can't speak for themselves. And I'm there to make sure that they stay safe, their position's safe. So being able to stay calm under pressure is a really big characteristic I think you need to have in order to work in surgery, because at any point, anything can happen, anticipated, unanticipated, along with teamwork. Teamwork is a really big and important quality to have in surgery, because we work with tons of people, surgeons, scrub techs, anesthesia providers, and everyone has different personalities, and we're all here to try to keep the patient safe, so it's important to be able to work together. Me and Bianca work together a lot. She's one of my favorites to work with. We have a good time, and we keep the patient safe, and we know how to work together really well, so that's important. I think it's a great idea to have good relationships with the people you work closely with, just because we're working in surgery. It's a serious environment, and you never want to have that uncomfortable tension, and you want to be able to work together. If you get along with the people you work with, it's easier to do your job and to anticipate the flow of things and to speak to each other without hesitation. And I think that's really important.
I love it here. It's cool, it's fun. It's like being part of a futuristic career, you know, and it's always developing. You see something new every day, and it's really cool to be a part of something like so advanced in our medical technology.
I was actually in college at OSU doing entrepreneurship, and my cousin did this actually. And I've always had a love for health and science and anatomy, and I've always loved that stuff. And when I was at OSU, I kind of just knew like business wasn't what I was really wanting to do. So my cousin told me about this job, and it sounded very interesting. So I applied for school, and I went to school, and I loved it. I loved it all throughout my clinicals, and now I ended up here. I still love it, and this job also gives you many opportunities to continue your education and move up.
It's just something that I've always wanted to do. There was never a plan B. I applied to the one nursing school, and that was it. That was all I ever wanted to do. There was not ever another option. I never considered anything else. It was just what I'm made for, I guess.